Hey guys, how's it going? So, Moon Bunny Dominiel just came out, and I was really looking forward to this character, mostly just because of the design, and I really wanted the new Dominiel to come out. We saw her in the preview a while ago, and I was really hoping she'd have a cool skill set. So, when she was first shown off, I was kind of disappointed. She's a character that pretty much seems like she was designed specifically to deal with Emma Lilius. It feels like she doesn't really work against Ran or Peyra, and we can definitely talk about that. But a lot of people are also thinking that she might just be a cleave aggro unit because she's a Soul Weaver, she has good base speed, she gets the extra 7 speed in RTA, so that makes her actually really viable at something like that. So let's talk about this unit. I was lucky enough to be able to get her. Fortunately, it didn't take all my resources and I didn't accidentally pull something like a DJ Basar. So I maxed this. I've only put 3 points into this, so I'm still missing a huge amount of barrier strength, and I also haven't gotten maximum effect chance on this. I run Doctor's Bag. I just tried to get a decent amount of speed with some defenses. So she has 275 speed in RTA, but I think that if you want to use her aggressively, you really have to speed that up. Against Emma Lilius, though, I think that's an okay amount of speed overall. So, first of all, the whole point of this character, I think, design-wise, was mostly so that Emma Lilius would use her S3, get an extra turn, and then you would get immunity and barrier, so it would make it so you don't take as much damage from Emma Lilius, and she can't use her S2 to provoke you and push you back or anything. And then C-Dom would be able to, or not C-Dom, M-Dom or L-Dom, or whatever you want to call her, would increase attack, offsetting the attack down, and push the team up to kind of help your team out a little bit against that Emma Lilius aggression. And also, if you use something like Doctor's Bag, makes it so it cleanses the attack down, so effectively, all she does is get vigor for her team, and she's not able to do anything else. So that's nice, in theory, right? The problem is this works after they get the extra turn. So let's say somebody like Ran uses his S2. Well, you get the immunity and shield, and then he S3s and immediately strips it off. Or let's say Peyra uses her S2 into her S3. Well, she puts on Buffable on your team, so you don't get the shield or the immunity. So that leaves only a couple characters that it's really strong against that are actually used heavily, which is Emma Lilius and Ida. And it's good against them, it's really nice, but it just doesn't really feel like it's all that amazing sometimes. I think it's actually stronger against Ida than it is Emma Lilius in a lot of ways. I think it's decent though, because the barrier, it's an okay amount. When you max it, I would assume that it's actually a pretty significant amount of damage resistance to your team. Now, let's talk about a couple problems with her. So, first of all, if you're taking her against Emma Lilius, a lot of the time, that's a really aggressive team. Some people would play a standard slower draft with it, but most people go for a very fast draft. And so if you're not insanely fast, you're not going to be able to cut in and cleanse the Emma Lilius and actually counterattack there. So it makes it kind of difficult. Also, if you pick her and they pick Emma Lilius, and then you get into a situation where she's actually really good against their team, you get into a 50-50 ban phase where if you ban Emma Lilius, you might be just screwing yourself over because you need Emma Lilius to go for Moon Bunny Dominiel to actually do something, and then they're thinking the same thing, and so you get into this little shuffle where you're both wondering, should I ban Emma Lilius, and they're wondering, should they ban Dominiel, and you guys might guess wrong and like ban incorrectly, and it's kind of like Blood Moon Haste versus Arbiter Vildred back in the day, which is kind of annoying when it's a 50-50, because if they don't have Emma Lilius or Ida or anything, she can sometimes feel like an awkward pick unless you're playing really aggressively. So I do think she's stronger at being kind of like a cleaver aggro unit, really, which is ironic because I feel like the whole point was she was supposed to be good against somebody like Emma Lilius, but oh well, things often turn out this way, right? So I think a lot of people use DN as kind of that aggressive attack buffer plus a push on her S2, and she can effectively do both of those. She's kind of like a new age version of the character Rose. The biggest flaw with Rose is that she was too slow, even though her attack buff push was so good. But now we also have characters like Closer Charles and stuff like that. You can use her to push your team. You can push characters like Ida, ironically, and also great with Emma Lilius because you get vigor in the attack buff and then push your team up for a huge amount of damage. So it's kind of funny, but it seems like even though she's designed to be good against something like Emma Lilius, she seems to really complement that character super well and just really aggressive playstyle. So I was trying her against Emma Lilius to see how she would work, and also was trying her with Emma Lilius to see if she'd work there, and I was able to find a little bit of success with both of them. But I do think, just in theory and in practice, it feels like she would just be better in a really aggressive team. So the meta is really fast, it's really aggro, and I think she fits perfectly into that. Now, that's almost a bad thing because that just means we have even more of that in the meta, right? As if we didn't have enough. And I remember saying that I wish her S2 was better, and it worked a little bit better against some of these extra turn characters, and really punished them harder. But I remember somebody saying, what, do you just want to counter all the openers? And I was kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to counter all the openers. Hera, Ran, Amaryllis, if she was good against all those characters, that would actually be pretty awesome, really. But, you know, we don't want characters to be too broken coming out that really just negate an entire mechanic, like taking an extra turn or something. So it's probably good that she's not too aggressive against something like that. But overall, I think she's a pretty good character. I don't think she's some sort of must pull. I think she's a character that you definitely want to use if you actually have the type of speed gear and that's your play style. As for the slower anti-Amaryllis version, I think that it would require a little more testing. I don't think she's really some sort of must pull character that everyone can or should go for, especially since she's an ML4. And you don't really want to use the Mystic Pity going for the 4-star rather than going for the 5-star. It's kind of an awkward banner. And most likely the next ML5 is going to be something like ML Pavel, so I'd highly recommend just taking a look to see what he's like before you decide to pick like FCC or DJ Vasar or something like that. FCC is still a good unit, but you know, you should always check out the next ML5 first. And don't forget, we also have the Fullmetal Alchemist collab coming out, I think, on the 25th of this month, so definitely save up for that. But those are just different currency to roll than what you're going to be using on her, so just keep that in mind. And for the rest of this video, I have a couple RTA matches I did, and I hope this gives you a little bit of information of kind of how this character works. She's fun, I like her, but I don't think she's for everybody, and I think she's a little bit difficult to use for her intended purpose. And we'll see what happens in the coming days. Maybe people will find a better use for her. Maybe it'll turn out she actually completely destroys Amaryllis and is amazing in the meta. But we'll have to see. Just be careful about pulling for the unit, you know. An ML4 can be a little bit rough sometimes. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. That was kind of cool. The problem is, Koerik's gonna get his turn. Oh wow, wait, they both get their turns before though. That's really good. Wait a second. Wait a second. Ow. She can't even get her buff thing though. Wait. This is looking pretty good. He's in a lot of trouble. Okay, he hit those two, but he missed the characters that matter, so that's really good. And this doesn't even give any buffs. Yeah, it feels like you have to use her with Amaryllis. Against her, doesn't really even seem that amazing. Wow, that really sucked. Yeah, he actually got hit, but I don't think it really matters. Fortunately. And wait, I get to cleanse. Get to cleanse Clothes of Charles, Doctor's Bag, huh? And push up. Not bad. Okay. Champion's Trophy. Alright. Assuming he just... Okay, yeah. He does this. We get immunity. So our Lionheart Sirmia is pretty safe. His Alencia also goes last, which is really big for me. Yeah, you can't do anything there. Nice. Okay. So I'm almost wondering if I just don't want to cleanse, actually. I don't think the cleanse actually really does a whole lot for me. The immunity's big, though. I'm just gonna try to sleep this. What? Crimson Seed? Okay, well. Wait, this is actually perfect. He can't even defense break my team or anything. Wait. This actually works out so nicely.
I'll protect you.
So, here's the thing. I actually think that it's better if I save this. I'm actually not going to S3 because I want to hold on to the immunity for her. I think that's the better play. Because this way she's just not going to be able to seal her. Uh-oh. Please don't. Yeah, he's gonna S3, but I can Ross defense buff my Sirmia. I really hope she doesn't die. Please don't. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, disaster. Wait, he got my defense buff. That kind of sucks.
No destiny can stop me.
My Dominiel's at 275 speed.
Deal with this.
Come on, I'll take you all down. I was born to be a hero.
Okay. So we probably want to take out this Lilius as fast as possible here. But she's really tanky. I might save my souls for a soul burn on her. Okay, lucky. No counterattack. That's good. I think he's just gonna S1 her. Well, actually, no. He might go on her. Oh. Nice Crimson Seed. I like it. And she procs again. I like this. She has immunity, so I can't do that. Wow. That actually worked really well. She actually worked really well for Dominiel there. That was kind of surprising.